gonna start again, which I usually don't do, but oh well. It's our new Friday night tonight, right before Thanksgiving. So I am excited that you guys are on here joining me to learn about one simple change that's going to make a huge difference for your family's life. And so 17 years ago, I was introduced to this concept of one simple change, and I'll tell you more about that in a second, but it's totally taken me on the path to better health. And why should we worry about what we're putting in our body and what we're doing every single day as far as our habits? It's because we only get one body in this lifetime. So we want to take care of that one body that we have to live in, okay? And a lot of it comes down to nutrition. You know, there are other factors. You know, there's physical activity, there's how much water you drink, there's how much sleep, there's how much stress, of course, that we are all undergoing, but a lot has to do with nutrition. Even Thomas Edison, many, many years ago, said, "The doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition." So a lot of what we see nowadays with people can be reversed, believe it or not, or better helped with good nutrition. But I think a lot of people feel like they're victims of their circumstance, especially if they're in the medical system. And so I'm here to tell you the good news that we don't have to be victims, that we can take a lot of control of our own health. And a lot of that does have to do with what are we eating, okay? Are we eating real food every day? Now, I am not a perfect eater, okay? I can admit that. And so, you know, I'm not saying to be a perfect eater at all. I just think that it's good to always remember you want to offset whatever it is that you're doing every single day with real food. You know, if you are eating processed food or, you know, things that are not so good for you, you need to offset that by having so many other healthy foods as much as you can. So real food, when you think about it, is stuff that grew from the ground, okay, mostly. And it doesn't have a label. That's the thing. So real food doesn't have a label. And you can find that mostly in the perimeter of the aisles of the store, okay? And you can see that that watermelon rots, okay? So we like to say if it doesn't rot or sprout, throw it out. You can see I'll call it a fast food meal. You can see the fast food meal at the bottom, and many of us have collected these fast food meals just for demonstrations. You could do these in your own home too. And what you'll find is that they don't rot or sprout, okay? So we like to say if it doesn't rot or sprout, throw it out. And a lot of people are lining up for that every day. They think that's real food. But I'm here to tell you real food has live enzymes. That's what I want you guys to think about, is live enzymes. Live enzymes is what makes it then finally rot or sprout, because it was alive. And we are live beings, so we need live foods. So as much as you can, you want to grab those live foods raw if you can, as much as possible. Well, the striking reality is that 90% of the food eaten in America is processed, okay? So you want to be careful, especially going down those aisles. Those are all processed foods. Mostly the real foods are in the perimeter of the aisles, the outer parts of the store. We live in a time where our children are actually more harmed by poor diet than exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. So food has that much impact. Think about how many times a day, probably more than 3 times a day, that we're putting food in our mouths. And so we have so many opportunities to either develop very good habits or not so great habits. And so experts agree 75%, and I've even heard 80% of diseases are preventable with good nutrition. So we want to definitely look at that. Now, in the instance that you are going down the aisles, those are the processed foods. We want you to eat real foods, remember that. But let's talk about the clues of how to pick a better processed food if you have to, which we all have to. So first of all, you don't want to trust the cover, okay? The cover is marketing. That's going to look so good for you, but you want to make sure you read for the quality of the content of what's in there. And then you want to look at the first ingredient. The first ingredient is the biggest. So you want to just recognize that, and maybe you can make a better choice. And then identifying harmful ingredients like hydrogenated oils. That's one of the worst. Monosodium glutamate, all these different things that you wouldn't have in your kitchen. Just learn to identify those and find a better choice. I know down here in South Florida, they have a specific area called Greenwise, or they have Whole Food stores, things like that, that they would not have these additives, most likely. So you want to just be careful with that. And then a long ingredient list. I mean, who's ever put this together in their kitchen, right? So why are we putting these chemicals in our body? That's a long, long ingredient list. So be careful that a shorter one is better. You know, when you buy peanut butter, you can buy one that just has peanuts, one that just has peanuts and salt, one that has a long list. So why not go with the shorter list? You're going to get more quality ingredients. Think of your body as a filter, you know, like you replace air filters, you replace water filters. Your body, your filters are your kidney and your liver. You can't replace those. So your body is having to work harder if you're putting all those different chemicals into your body, okay? And then you want to look for at least 2 grams of fiber or more. You know, fiber is your friend. Fiber is what helps detoxify you, keep your bowels moving, gets rid of bad stuff, and helps you actually to lose weight too. And so if you are buying a packaged item, it's good to have at least 2 grams of fiber or more, especially because of glycemic index, which means how fast the sugars from that processed food goes into your body. So be careful when you are buying those processed foods. But most importantly, we want to eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. In 4,500 studies, doctors found what keeps us healthy. The only common denominator is a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. So we just want to pick those up, even if we don't want them or desire them. Even if you're going to grab a chocolate cake, why not have some blueberries with it, you know? I mean, that's what I think. Anyway, we don't eat enough fruits and vegetables in America. The majority of the population consumes very little, especially kids. And then what they call fruits or vegetables sometimes in the surveys include salsa, ketchup, French fries, things like that. But you know what? Fruits and vegetables are more than just like iceberg lettuce and green grapes too. There's a whole variety out there that a lot of people don't even try to eat, like kale, broccoli, spinach, beets, all these different things, which we'll talk about in a minute. So not every fruit or vegetable is exactly alike. So you want to have the dark, dense ones. But the government also wants you to at least recognize that you want to have half your plate of fruits and vegetables at every meal. Now that's assuming you're sitting down and eating a meal for one thing and not just eating all day. But we're supposed to actually have 9 to 13 servings of fresh, raw fruits and vegetables every day, and preferably vine ripened. That would be nice. Raw would be nice. No herbicides or pesticides or heavy metals or gassed or irradiated or waxed would be nice too. The government minimum recommendation is a minimum, okay? And that's for a health that Americans have, which with the standard American diet or the SAD diet is not so great in a society where we have a lot of disease. So we want to eat as many fruits and vegetables as possible. We don't need to listen to the minimum. We need to go above the minimum, which means lots and lots of fruits and vegetables every single day. Now, a lot of people try to bridge that gap with vitamins. And I just want to take this time to share with you what I learned 17 years ago. You know, I thought vitamins were from a pill bottle. I never thought they were from fruits and vegetables. I never really, I never heard the why of why I would eat fruits and vegetables. So that's why I'm here tonight to share that with you guys. So fruits and vegetables are where your vitamins, your minerals, and enzymes come from. And what happened to put them into that vitamin bottle is like, say this apple. In that apple is vitamin C. So they say, oh, there's vitamin C, let's get that. And that is actually related to scurvy. It helps prevent scurvy, and it's water soluble. So let's take it out of here and let's put it in that multivitamin, okay? And that means they isolated it, replicated it, and put it in the multivitamin. Well, guess what? If you look up on the internet, they've only done that 13 times. There's only 13 vitamins that have ever been identified ever and put into a multivitamin. So that leaves the 9,970 other, or more, other nutrients in the apple. And so when you take a multivitamin, you might have the 13, but then you might have a little bit more that are minerals. So you might have about 30 in that multivitamin. That's barely scratching the surface of what's in an apple, which is 10,000 nutrients, or a pepper, another 10,000. So every fruit or vegetable has about 10,000 nutrients that have not been identified by scientists, and they work in synergy. Like when your doctor might say, oh, you need more calcium. So in spinach is calcium, and then they might say, oh, but take magnesium with it. That'll help it to absorb. Well, in reality, in nature, all these little elements are in there, like boron, phosphorus, vitamin K, all these other things that actually help the calcium get absorbed. green leafy vegetables is a great source of that. So you don't want to do without any fruit or vegetable, or the colors, because they all do different things. And that's why the American Cancer Society poster is all fruits and vegetables. And I was so shocked to see this, because I had my head in the books, you know, for a bachelor's degree, a couple master's degrees, but never for nutrition. And so when I found out that, okay, first of all, nobody ever thinks they're going to get cancer. But secondly, you know, you want to know how to prevent it just in case. And I thought it was doled out randomly. And when I found out that the American Cancer Society poster was all fruits and vegetables, and they're saying, basically, this is how you prevent cancer. Eat lots and lots, and a different variety in colors. I'm like, man, I wish I would have known that. I didn't know that. So anyway, it was great to figure that out, that we do have some control of our health. And so I want to teach you why it's so important to eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables, okay? We all have healthy cells. We have more healthy cells than unhealthy cells. That's why we're all here tonight. And so we want to protect those healthy cells. And what happens is we have oxidative stress, it's called, or just regular metabolism, just breathing, exercising, whatever we're doing every day, we are creating this oxidative stress. If we're eating bad foods, we have even more oxidative stress. If we are out running, we create a little bit more. If we're stressed, we create more oxidative stress. And what happens is there's a byproduct of that called free radicals, and those actually hit on your good cells 10,000 oxidative hits every single day. And so although it doesn't cause much damage on that first day, over years, it causes lots and lots of damage or mutation over time. So that's what causes aging and also diseases. And so you want to slow that aging process down. You want to slow that disease process down, because that's what's causing the mutation of our cells, the oxidative stress. And one of our doctors, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, says that every day you don't have enough fruits and vegetables, it's like standing in front of an X-ray machine. Now, nobody would ever want to do that, right? So we need to be really careful. We need to eat lots of fruits and vegetables in relation to how much oxidative stress we have. We need to have the same amount of antioxidants. That's what they're called, those fruits and vegetables, antioxidants. And so Time magazine says, you know, the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you, it's that they're so good they could save your life. And you've probably seen that with people who may have been diagnosed with things, or they start to really learn about fruits and vegetables. They're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get more and more into our diet? And this is what they turn to, is juicing. Well, our company, the Juice Plus company, took that one step further, where they juiced everything for us, and then they took out the salt, the sugar, and the water, and they put it into concentrated powders. They then encapsulated it for capsules, or they put it into chewable form for adults or children who can't swallow. So this is a way to get 30 vine-ripened raw fruits and vegetables that have no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, mold, bacteria, or banned substances every single day. So my family and I have been taking this for 17 years, and that's why I learned about this. Then I saw the American Cancer Society poster. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so thankful for my friend who introduced me to Juice Plus. And so Juice Plus is a whole food product. It is not a vitamin. It has a nutrition facts label, which is how you can tell whether it's a vitamin or not. It's whole food. It's NSF certified to not have all those things I named, those banned substances, herbicides, pesticides, mold, bacteria, things like that. And further, it's the most researched nutritional product in the world. So you can see on here a lot of universities and medical centers that are very prestigious doing Juice Plus research. And what did they find? I like to go on the left side first. It's absorbed by the body. It reduces that oxidative stress, which is what leads to aging and disease, because our DNA gets damaged, okay? And so what they found was less DNA damage. They look at actual strand breakage. And so then they also look at within 80 days, your immune system is better. Your T cells are up, your natural killer cells are up, and your immune system is in homeostasis. And then a lot of people pay a lot of money for healthy skin and gums, and what they found was definitely those things benefited as well. supporting lung health in smokers. What they found was better pulmonary function. And that was amazing, and less oxidative stress in smokers. So if you can't take people away from smoking, at least you can help their lung health and all that oxidative stress that they are undergoing. And then they used Juice Plus on overweight boys, and they found better insulin resistance and less adiposity around the waist. And then with the ovarian cancer survivors, they found better protein status and also less recurrence of stage 4 ovarian cancer, which is amazing. And then they found that there's less systemic inflammation. And then we have lots of studies showing less or better results with cardiovascular wellness. There's at least 5 different studies showing better cardiovascular wellness. So we have about 36 peer-reviewed journals showing that Juice Plus works, and it's on Juice Plus, the actual product that has been tested. And so here's my before and after picture. This is me when I was about 32 on the top picture, and so hopefully you could see my health changes. I think that you can really tell a lot about somebody's health just by looking at their face, you know, whether they're inflamed or not, and things like that, whether they just have that healthy glow. And so that was at age 32 when I did not know about Juice Plus, but thankfully my friend introduced it to me in time to feed that baby, and then time for my second pregnancy, which isn't pictured here. And so I was able to use Juice Plus as my prenatal. And the book on the right, that's just my reminder of just how much that was kind of hanging over my head. I didn't know what they were talking about in that book, in the Best Odds Diet. That's just how bad of an eater I was. I was a fast food eater, junk food eater. And when they said things like bran and brown eggs and omega-3s and flaxseed, things like that, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I just had to kind of skip over that part. I didn't have somebody who had really led me in that way until my friend who introduced me to Juice Plus. And being in this community, I've learned a lot of other simple changes to do. And so by the time I was pregnant with my last child, at the bottom picture, I was 40. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have the girl, because I had 2 boys in my first 2 pregnancies. And this was like 8 years later. And I was 40, and I was excited, and I was like, yes, I'm going to have the girl. And so my OBGYN, though, tried to burst my bubble. He's like, listen, you're 40, and he's trying to give me all these pamphlets about what's going to go wrong. I'm like, listen, buddy, I'm healthier than ever. And I know it because I've included Juice Plus, and Michelle's going to tell you about the complete shake in just a minute. But every day I had the complete shake, I had Juice Plus, and I had flaxseed. Those were my first 3 simple changes. And so in our community, we encourage you to make other simple changes. Over time, I changed to more plant milk, more plant-based nutrition instead of animal-based nutrition, stuff like that. So over time, making those simple changes, and my family has benefited greatly from it. They've benefited from me being in this community and all of us making those simple changes. And we rarely go to the doctor. And so it has really helped to raise our family as a really healthy family. And so another healthy family is on here with me tonight, and that's Michelle Fletcher and her family. She was just over at my house earlier today, and we have just gotten so close through our community and what all we've been learning and sharing with other people. So it's my pleasure for her to share with you what her experience has been with being in the Juice Plus community.
Well, thank you so much, Sharon. Yeah, it's been 5 years, a little over 5 years since I was introduced to this community, and I am forever thankful because my family's health has changed for the better. I thought we were healthy before, but I had that one child that just wasn't as healthy. But, you know, over these past 5 years, and actually within the first 6 months, we noticed significant changes just from introducing, you know, Juice Plus and the shake and making these small changes. So with me, I've always been into fitness. Most of my life, I've been into exercise and playing sports. And at first I thought, well, I don't notice anything. Well, within like the first 3 months, I started to realize that my workouts had improved significantly with my stamina, my endurance, my recovery times after trying something new were so much more minimal versus, you know, before taking Juice Plus. And then with my daughter, I noticed she was a lot more regular in the bathroom, which was a good thing. And then my husband, who suffered from nasal drip, that disappeared, which trust me, it was like a relief on my part, but I know it's probably a relief on his part having to suffer with that. And so he also noticed more energy throughout the day, and we all noticed like we had more energy. And definitely it's been 5 years, and I know I feel a lot better today than I did back then. I've noticed my hair is growing faster, my skin. I used to suffer kind of like from adult acne. And now I don't really get a breakout unless something, I ate something that wasn't the best. So it's just been awesome all around. And my son definitely was one of the key components to me even taking a look at Juice Plus. And I'm going to share his story in just a little bit. So it's all about just really introducing more plants into your body. And I didn't know this. They say that the average person should eat 9 to 13 as an adult of servings of fruits and vegetables. I did not get close to that. And they say someone who works out or who's physically active should actually get more than 13 servings. And I was that person who worked out almost like 4 to 6 days a week. So I had no idea that I should have been eating over 13 servings. And honestly, there's no way I could get that many into my diet every day. Just impossible. So Juice Plus has been an amazing godsend to me. And now me and my family were able to get over 45 plants in our diet every day before we even leave the house. It's amazing. Between the shakes and the capsules, or whether you're taking the gummies, it's just an awesome way to load your body up with that nutrition that it so desperately needs. And so it's been a great addition to our diets and our family's food budget. It totally fits right in line there. We've gotten rid of some of those unhealthy things, especially when it comes to our Juice Plus Complete Shake, which I completely love. It's so funny. Before joining this community, I would not drink shakes. I had tried whey proteins before, and they just didn't sit well with me. And I would look at the labels, and this was even before I was that educated on reading a label. But I would look at it and I would think to myself, well, I can't even pronounce half the stuff on this label. I don't know what it is. And mentally, I could not drink it. So it was like a real godsend for me to now be introduced to this Juice Plus shake, which we've been drinking over 5 years now. Since my son was 14 months, we've been drinking this shake. And I use it as a pre-workout at times, as a post-workout drink. My kids who are very physically active, they're in so many sports, they drink it before practices or after practices. And a lot of times we drink it for breakfast. And even after they get home from school, it's just a great snack for them to hold them over for a few hours. So as you can see, there's so many great benefits to it. I mean, there's things in here like Jerusalem artichoke, which helps to support healthy bacteria in your gut. It's a prebiotic, which is just amazing. And there's so many things that I typically would not eat on a plate if it wasn't for being in that shake. So things like blue-green algae, who eats that on a regular basis? But I get that every day, and my whole family gets that every day in the shake. So here's a picture of my son, Chance. He was the primary reason that I really took a good look at Juice Plus. At the time that I was introduced, he was 14 months old, and he was constantly sick. He had this runny nose. He would be sick for at least 3 weeks out of a month, and he did not eat vegetables. So when I took a look at it, I said, oh, this would be great for him, not realizing the full benefits to all of us. So once I learned that, we all got on Juice Plus, and within 2 months, his health significantly changed. He was no longer getting sick. He hadn't gotten sick in those whole 2 months that he started on it. And then at the 2-month mark, he started picking up broccoli. Oops. At the 2-month mark, he started picking up broccoli and cabbage and just eating it, which was amazing. So that in itself had been amazing. And we also made some small changes too. We got rid of dairy. He was only 14 months, but that dairy was causing not so good reactions in him with congestion. And once I eliminated that dairy, his health significantly improved there too. So it's just been great. And we love our shake where we drink it every day. And it's just an easy meal on the go. So another benefit, and one thing that I really love about this Juice Plus company is the fact that they are giving away free Juice Plus to children. My daughter has benefited from this for the past 4 years now. She has gotten Juice Plus for free. And my son has been getting it for free for over 2 years. So what this is called is the Children's Health Study, where our company has already had almost 500,000 children participate in something where they're giving away, I'm sorry, I'm in my car, but they're giving away free Juice Plus to children between the ages of 4 all the way up until college doing their undergraduate. And this is a way for them to monitor and see how our kids' health is improving by adding that nutrition from Juice Plus. And all you have to do is just fill out a survey to see how they're progressing. Well, as you can see, these are some of the results. And my son truly is a testament to every single one of these. All these health changes that these children have written down here, these have been over, I think over 800,000 kids have participated in that survey. These are the results. And honestly, my kids are some of the healthiest kids. We go a whole year of school and they don't get sick. And there's kids in their class that are out all the time. So it totally has transformed what we used to be, what we thought was normal, to a new normal, which is so much better. And so there's been not only my son's health that I've seen improve, but so many friends, families, you know, people that have been subject to taking Juice Plus, and you see the health changes. And one of those people is Elijah. I am friends with his mother, Dorothy, and Elijah, oh my goodness. When I met Elijah, he was suffering from so much. He had, I mean, a list of things: croup, pneumonia, he had reflux. So you see him there with a shower curtain. He used to have to walk around with that shower curtain because he was constantly throwing up. And so because he was throwing up, he was unable to gain weight, and her doctors and the school he was even attending were saying that he needed to gain weight, or, you know, there would be consequences. So his mother was trying her best to do everything she could to keep him healthy, but it wasn't really working. And that's when she reached out to me, and he started on Juice Plus. And his health took a significant change. I mean, the issues that he faced kept him from doing so much. She was never able to put him into swimming lessons. She was never able to get him into any kind of activities because he was constantly sick. She wanted him to travel with her to her country of Haiti, and he couldn't because he had always been sick and was unable to travel to meet her grandfather, who was soon to be turning 100. So within all this time, he started on Juice Plus, and within weeks and months, they noticed significant changes. His health took a major turn. He started to drink the shakes, and he was taking the capsules in the shakes. They were pouring the capsules into the shakes. And now you would not believe, he is so healthy. He has gained weight. He has done swimming. He's now in soccer. He is super active. He's the healthiest child. I mean, his mother has just been so happy. And, you know, the toll that his health had on her, she had, you know, neglected her health because of him. She was so busy taking care of him that you can see, this is Dorothy in this picture here, her before, and now her after. Within, I think it was like less than 4 or 5 months, she lost over 20 pounds because she just started incorporating Juice Plus and drinking the shakes and taking the capsules. And even without exercise, she just lost 20 pounds. She got her health back on track. And it's amazing to see now she has even gone from this, where her health was so great that she had another baby recently. About 3 months ago, she had another baby, and she is her Juice Plus baby. She used Juice Plus as her prenatal. And this baby is so alert, so healthy, and it's just been amazing to see that transformation happen. And now Dorothy is on track. She's doing the shred with us, where that's a program where we have the ability to drink 2 shakes a day and take the Juice Plus products. And it's a great detox. It's a great way to shred, you know, those excess toxins, and sometimes shredding the weight and losing that unwanted fat that you don't want. So it's just been an amazing journey to watch with Dorothy and her entire family. And I've just been blessed to be part of that. So I know the shred is something that Sharon also can talk to. I know that she's had some amazing results in her own family with the shred.
Yes. Thank you, Michelle. I love Dorothy's family story. And that is just Well, those two families, besides my own, that have greatly been affected with Juice Plus and our complete shake. And so our husband, our husband, might as well be right. Just kidding. But my husband, Doug, has experienced a lot of good things too. And, it was a relief for me because he was really headed down the wrong track. And so because of our community on Facebook, we started talking about these one simple changes and things and getting ideas from each other. And, we got these ideas from the UK, some of them, where they were having 2 shakes a day and they were having phenomenal results. So we started to incorporate that. We came up with our own S plan. We call it soup, salad, smoothies, and Doug would get an occasional sushi. And then we would try to stop eating after 6 or 7 at night. Well, he lost about 20 pounds doing that. And then we've incorporated, and what we do nowadays is called the 10-day shred. So every once in a while, I'd say every month, we are doing the 10-day shred where we just kind of make sure that we're getting back, on track. Sometimes we start veering off toward a canal, so to speak. And so this just kind of helps us get back into some kind of framework of what a good jump start is. And it really helps us to figure out, well, if we're not going to have gluten, what are we going to have? If we're not going to have dairy, what are we going to have? If we're not going to have processed food, what are we going to have? And what are some good substitutes for sugar or caffeine, things like that. So we have a very healthy Facebook group and lots of good people who help contribute to that, because we're not all perfect eaters by any means, but we all have great things to offer. So we have a group called Shred On that we invite you to join, and we are going to do another shred December 5th. My husband's now lost about 40 pounds, and really it's about eating healthy. If you eat healthy, everything's going to work out. And this program is actually a spin-off of the Transform 30, which is really about detoxifying your body while you're eating healthy. And so part of the detox is having 2 shakes a day and also the trio capsules, flooding your body with lots and lots of whole food nutrition while also eliminating some things that are stressors on the body. Like it's just an additional stressor to have gluten and dairy. Those are harder to process proteins. And then of course the other stressors on the body are the processed food, sugar, alcohol, and caffeine. And then if you allow your body to rest and digest before going to bed, that's always a good thing. And then of course we encourage you to move every day, like a half an hour, and lots of water. So more to come. We have a Facebook event this Sunday about the 10-day shred, and we also have that Facebook group. But overall, I just want you guys to realize good nutrition equals good results. A lot of people ask me, well, what about this disease? What about this disease? What about this syndrome or this disorder? Well, basically, it all comes down to that. You're going to have some kind of impact if you're flooding your body with lots and lots of whole foods, lots and lots of fruits and vegetables, because what happens is your body takes that and does with it what it's supposed to do. Your body can't do that if you're not giving it the right nutrition. So good nutrition allows your body to heal itself and to perform better, really. So good nutrition will always equal good results. You want to really flood your body with as many whole foods as you can every day. Join our private Facebook group to find out more. Think about incorporating Juice Plus into your diet. It costs less than $2.50 a day for our trio blend. That's what my whole family takes. It's never been on the chopping block of our budget. And then our shake costs $2 a shake, and that's one of the healthiest meals that you can have in a day. To me, it's not like buying a vitamin or a supplement. It's like buying a better body. So why not invest in that better body? Our company's mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. I hope that we've done that with you tonight. Get with the person who invited you, who could give you some more information and help you to get started, and also to help you to join our Facebook group. We would love that. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys tonight. I'm going to just turn off the recording.